Okay, so right behind me, I've got the OMTech 60w laser. I want to do a quick review on it, mainly because I know there's people out there like me that didn't want to spend $10,000, $20,000, $30,000 on a laser. This one ran about $3,000, and like I said, I've had it for a couple years, and I want to let you know my thoughts on it and see if it's a good fit for you. So real quick, I'm going to go through a run through of the features. Please excuse the mess. I need to clean this bed. So the OMTech 60w laser, it does run around $3,000 off the OMTech's website. It does have a autofocus feature, which is this right here. It does have a stepper motor for the bed, so you can raise and lower the bed just with a touch of the button on the control panel. The overall size of it, which is a decent sized machine, the dimensions on the site are 47 by 34 by 37, and then the cutting area, which is pretty much the size of the bed, minus an inch or two because how this comes over, but the cutting area is 20 by 28. You can cut a wide variety of items on here, from wood, acrylic, leather. You can engrave on glass. I mean, there's all sorts of stuff that you can do with it. The other features that they have on this one, this is a pass-through panel. And there's one on the other side that allows you to feed material all the way through and run the laser if it's something larger than the length of the bed. It also has a air assist, and it has built-in exhaust. So the only thing that technically you would have to buy in addition to this is a water chiller, and they can run $500 and up. But those are the main features, but let's go into the review part of it. Actually, now that I'm thinking about it, it did have a rinky-dink water pump, which was basically a fish aquarium pump and a plastic tote that you fill the water in. That's going to get you by for a very short time. I would definitely encourage getting a water chiller. They can run around $500–600, but you definitely want to upgrade that part. All right, so a couple of pros and cons to go through. First one on the pro side is going to be the adjustable bed. It just makes it easier with that stepper motor. It's a hit of a button to either raise or lower it versus having to do it by hand. And then the 20 by 28 cutting size is sure nice. I get it, not everybody has the space for something this big, but if you can, it sure is nice to just put a larger piece of material and batch out items if that's the thing that you're looking to do. And then one other nice thing is, because of the size of it, you can see that the depth of it is more than, say, a desktop like the glowforge, which allows for attachments like a rotary cutter. So if you're getting into tumblers and stuff, this is perfect for stuff like that, and I can do a review on that later. But just know that having a machine that's deep enough for a rotary cutter like this is going to be helpful. Okay, now it's time to get into the not so great part, which isn't bad, but I want to let you know, I want to be upfront with you. So the air assist. The air assist that comes with this is cheesy. To me, it's not enough. So if you have a air compressor, I would highly suggest hooking that up and override the air assist that's on the machine. The other thing is, it's not really pro or con, but I just want to let you be aware of it. Since it does have internal exhaust, it's good for a short run. So if your exhaust is going straight out the back, within a few feet, it's fine. But if you're trying to exhaust, 20 feet excuse me, 20 feet away from the machine, you might need to get a inline exhaust system to help push that exhaust and get all the fumes out, just to be safe. Now, let's talk about the problems that I've had with this machine. And I'll be perfectly honest with you, it's all been my fault. And a lot of the cases that you see out there where shops are being burnt down, it's usually a lack of just keep an eye on the machine. I've almost set material on fire, mainly because I forgot to turn the air compressor on, and without the air assist, you're asking for trouble. Be sure you go through your steps as far as making sure you turn certain things on before starting a job to avoid stuff like that. Never leave it alone. It's just, you're asking for trouble. So definitely be safe out there when it comes to these lasers. So I am set up with a Mac laptop to run the Lightburn to, run the machine. But just to know, you don't have to have Mac. You can run PC to run Lightburn. So don't feel like you're stuck with a Mac. Or if you're a PC person or a Mac person, don't feel like you have to, get a PC just to run the laser. You can use either one. Now, I'm not going to go too much into the panel itself, mostly because I only use a couple of buttons on it. My suggestion, if you're looking into this, is look into the Lightburn software. I run pretty much everything off of that. Great software for any entry-level person trying to get into laser, especially with the OMTech. So definitely check that out, Lightburn. So like I said, you can cut anywhere from leather, wood, acrylic, engraved tumblers. So I just want to show you a couple of the examples of material that I've cut. So when I first bought this laser, we were doing woodworking, and so this is a 1/8 inch wood that I got from Home Depot, I believe. And so you can see here, now just remember, it's going to char the edges. So, either paint them or leave them, however, but you can see the quality on that. On the tumbler, of course, trying to get lighting where you can kind of see that, but did really good on the tumbler. Right now I'm doing mostly leather craft than anything. And so right now I've been working on acrylic templates. So you can see the thickness there of these acrylic templates that I've been working on. And then the leather, this is just a 3.5 to 4 ounce leather. But you can see just how crisp the lines are on that. Same way with the woodworking. I mean, really clean lines on that. And of course, you can do so much more with these machines. But honestly, for the price, for that $3,000 to $4,000 range, it's really hard to beat that. And so definitely give it a try. I haven't had issues with it where I've had to reach out to any type of tech support, and I've heard some stories on that. And that, I think, is where you're paying for the higher end machines, the 10,000, 20, 30,000. Even though some of those are made in China, you have some brands that are reassembled here in the States, and they have a dedicated tech support. Whereas these, you're kind of on your own. And if I come across that, I'll let you know. But I've had this for a couple years, and so far so good. One thing to know with the lasers, the laser tubes don't last forever. They say they last an X amount of time. I haven't come across that yet. So when I do, I definitely will do a video on that. But overall, initial impressions are great. It's worked exactly how I wanted it to, how I needed it to. But just know that no matter what laser you get, there's going to be a learning curve. So just know going into it that it's going to take time. And so I hope this helped you out choosing whether or not you want to go for that $10,000, $20,000 laser, or if something a a little bit less expensive is going to suit you. And let me know if you have any questions regarding this laser, and I'll do my best to help you out and answer your questions. And I hope to see you in the next video.